Congratulations. Yes, truly, congratulations. If you've made it this far, if something within you resonated with this title, it's because you've just crossed an invisible portal separating those who slumber from those who awaken. You've unlocked something that has always been there, silently pulsing in every cell of your body, waiting for the exact moment your consciousness would be ready to recognize its true quantum nature. And now? Now that you know you're not just a passive observer in this cosmic theater, but an active co-creator of every scene, every act, every outcome, what will you do with this power? Take a deep breath right now. Feel the air entering your lungs as I reveal the simplest yet most revolutionary secret almost no one practices. The reality you know isn't fixed, but a malleable illusion your mind is constantly collapsing and recreating at every instant. In the next few minutes, you'll discover exactly how to use this newly unlocked quantum consciousness to completely rewrite the script of your life. And before you continue, do something for me and for yourself. Like this video now, because this simple gesture is the first conscious act of alignment with the quantum field of infinite possibilities. Science is finally catching up to what mystics have always known. Physicist Alain Aspect, in his revolutionary experiments of 1982, definitively proved quantum entanglement, demonstrating that particles separated by astronomical distances remain instantaneously connected, as if the space between them simply didn't exist. More recently, researchers at the University of Vienna replicated and expanded the famous double-slit experiment, confirming that the simple act of observation collapses the wave function, transforming infinite possibilities into a single manifest reality. What does this mean for you? It means your consciousness isn't merely a byproduct of the brain, but an active force that literally shapes the fabric of reality around you. And it doesn't stop there. Fritz Albert Popp, a pioneer in biophoton research, discovered that our cells emit and receive light at specific frequencies, creating a quantum communication network within our own bodies. Every thought, every emotion, every intention you hold isn't just a subjective experience, but an energetic wave with weight and form in the universal quantum field. Imagine the universe as a gigantic holographic ocean. Every drop of water in this infinite ocean contains the complete information of the entire ocean. You are simultaneously a unique drop and the entire ocean. Your consciousness is like a lighthouse submerged in these deep waters, and when you emit your light of intention, you're not just illuminating a small portion around you. You're creating waves, reverberations that reach every molecule, every atom, every subatomic particle of this vast ocean of possibilities. And here's the secret. These waves don't travel linearly through time and space. They exist simultaneously at all points, at all moments, manifesting new islands of reality, new currents of experience, new continents of possibility where before there was only unmanifested potential. The invisible prison of linear perception. Most people live trapped in a cell they can't see. The walls of this prison are made of crystallized beliefs about how reality works, about what's possible and impossible, about who you are and who you cannot be. You wake up every morning and automatically tune into the same mental radio station, playing the same songs from the past, the same narratives of limitation, the same thought patterns that keep you stuck in an invisible time loop. How many times have you found yourself living the same day, with minor variations, as if you were caught in an endlessly repeating movie? Think of that feeling of existential déjà vu when you realize you're having the same conversations, facing the same problems, attracting the same situations just in different guises. This is not a coincidence. It's the direct result of a consciousness operating on autopilot, collapsing the same waves of probability day after day, hour after hour, moment after moment. But what if I told you that at this very instant, as you absorb these words, there are literally infinite versions of you living completely different realities. A version that has already manifested all the abundance you desire. A version that has already healed all emotional wounds. A version that has already transcended all fears. These are not fantasies or abstract theories. At the quantum level, all these realities coexist as potentials vibrating at different frequencies. The question isn't whether they exist, but which one you are choosing to collapse into your experience through the lens of your perception. Feel the tension in your shoulders right now. Notice how your body carries the memory of these limitations. Now breathe deeply. And as you exhale, imagine you are releasing decades of limiting programming, creating space for a new quantum configuration of your reality. This is the first step to escaping the prison, recognizing that you've always held the key. Comment with the word freedom now if you are ready to transcend these invisible limitations. The morphogenetic field of dense emotions. There is an invisible field around you right now, pulsing with the energetic signature of all the emotions you've ever felt and continue to feed. Fear, anger, frustration, anxiety. These aren't just fleeting sensations. They are dense vibrational frequencies that create a morphogenetic field around you, an energetic bubble that filters and distorts all quantum information trying to reach you. It's like trying to tune into a radio station using an antenna covered in mud. The signal of abundance, peace, and fulfillment is always being transmitted by the universal field, but your dense emotions create a barrier of interference that prevents you from receiving these transmissions. Have you ever noticed how on days you wake up anxious, everything seems to conspire to justify that anxiety? Traffic is worse, people seem more irritated, problems multiply as if the universe were confirming your emotional state. This isn't paranoia. It's quantum physics in action. Your emotional vibration is literally selecting which slice of the field of infinite possibilities will manifest in your experience. Think of that time you were in love, and the whole world seemed more colorful, more alive, more full of magical synchronicities. It wasn't the world that had changed. It was your emotional morphogenetic field vibrating at a higher frequency, allowing you to access a brighter version of reality that had always been available. The holographic ocean responds instantly to the quality of light your emotional lighthouse projects. When you vibrate at the frequency of fear, the waters around you become murky, agitated, chaotic. When you vibrate at the frequency of love and gratitude, those same waters become crystal clear, allowing you to see and access treasures that were there all along, just waiting for you to adjust your frequency to perceive them. Place your hand on your heart now. Feel its beat. Every pulse is a wave being emitted into the quantum field. Intend now that this rhythm aligns with the frequency of universal abundance. Breathe love into your chest. Exhale gratitude into the field. Do this 3 times, consciously, and observe how the quality of the air around you seems to change, as if space itself is responding to your new emotional calibration. If you felt this subtle shift, subscribe to the channel now, because you've just experienced your first conscious act of emotional quantum alchemy, the illusion of time, as your biggest saboteur. Linear time is the biggest lie your rational mind has ever accepted as absolute truth. Past, present, and future are convenient mental constructs for organizing human experience, but at the quantum level, where your consciousness truly operates, all moments exist simultaneously in an eternal, multidimensional now. This isn't just an abstract philosophical idea. It's a scientific reality proven by quantum physics. And it's also the reason why you keep manifesting the same experiences repeatedly. When you wake up in the morning and immediately connect with yesterday's memories, yesterday's problems, yesterday's identity, you are literally instructing the quantum field to collapse yesterday's possibilities into your today. You are using your co-creative power to perpetuate a timeline that no longer serves your growth. How many times have you told yourself that tomorrow will be different, only to find that tomorrow is a carbon copy of today? This happens because you are trying to create the future from the consciousness of the past. It's like trying to drive a car by looking only in the rearview mirror. Think about how you feel when you constantly recall a painful situation from the past. Every time you revisit that memory, you're not just remembering. You are literally reactivating that quantum configuration in your present energetic field, instructing the universe to continue manifesting variations of that same theme. The holographic ocean doesn't distinguish between a memory and a present experience. For it, everything you focus on with emotional intensity is an instruction for manifestation. But here's the key that changes everything. If all moments exist simultaneously, then the version of you that has already transcended all challenges, that has already manifested all dreams, that has already become everything you wish to be, exists now, in this moment, on a parallel frequency of reality. Not in the future, now. The question isn't how to get there, but how to tune into that frequency that already exists. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply. Now, instead of visualizing the future, feel yourself merging with the version of you that is already living the desired reality. Don't imagine. Feel. There is a crucial quantum difference between imagining and feeling yourself being. When you feel, you collapse. When you imagine, you only observe possibilities. This is the difference between desiring and manifesting. Type yes in the comments if you are ready to break free from the prison of linear time and access the eternal now where all possibilities coexist. The paradox of external seeking. There's a cruel irony in the human journey of seeking happiness, abundance, and fulfillment. The more you search outside yourself, the more you confirm to the universe that you lack what you're looking for. Every action taken from a feeling of lack is a vibrational declaration that instructs the quantum field to perpetuate the experience of scarcity. It's like running on a cosmic treadmill where no matter how fast you run, you stay in the same place because the running itself is what keeps the treadmill moving. Have you ever noticed how the people most desperate for love are the ones who push it away the most? How those who obsessively chase money always seem to be one step away from abundance, but never quite reach it? This isn't divine punishment or negative karma. It's simply the law of quantum correspondence in action. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Think of all the times you got something you intensely desired, only to find that the satisfaction lasted only a few moments before a new desire took its place. This is the trap of external seeking. It's infinite, insatiable, because it's based on the false premise that you are incomplete and that something outside of you can fill that void. But what if the void you feel isn't a hole to be filled, but a sacred space of infinite potential? What if the feeling of lack was just the necessary contrast for you to recognize the abundance that already exists within you? The holographic ocean we talked about isn't outside you. You're not sailing on it. You are it. Every cell of your body contains the same consciousness that moves galaxies. Every thought of yours has the same creative power that formed the stars. External seeking is a journey in circles because you are looking outside for what can only be found within. When you stop seeking and start recognizing, when you stop chasing and start emanating, the entire universe conspires to externally reflect the abundance you have recognized internally. Breathe deeply now. Feel the air filling your lungs. This air contains atoms that were once part of stars, oceans, mountains, all beings that have ever lived. You are breathing the universe, and the universe is breathing through you. There is no separation, there never was. The illusion of separation is what creates the need for seeking. When you awaken to the truth of unity, the seeking ends and manifestation begins. Like this video now if you are ready to stop seeking and start being. The alchemy of the present moment. The present moment isn't just a point in time. It's a multidimensional portal where all possibilities converge, awaiting your conscious choice of which reality to collapse into experience. Every present moment is a quantum crossroads where you have the power to choose to continue on the same timeline or jump to a completely new one. But most people waste this precious power by living on autopilot, allowing past patterns to automatically choose their future. When was the last time you were truly present? Not just physically present, but quantumly present, with every cell of your body, every particle of your consciousness anchored in the now. The human mind spends about 90% of its time wandering between memories of the past and projections of the future, leaving only a minimal fraction of attention for the only moment where the power of creation truly exists. Think about how you feel when you are completely absorbed in something you love. Time seems to stop. Worries disappear. You become one with the experience. In these moments, without realizing it, you are operating in your purest quantum state, where the separation between observer and observed dissolves, and you become one with the field of infinite possibilities. It is in these moments that miracles happen, that synchronicities multiply, that impossible solutions emerge from nowhere. Because nowhere is actually everything in potential, waiting for your present consciousness to give it form. The holographic ocean responds instantly to the quality of your presence. When you are fragmented between past and future, the waves you create are chaotic, contradictory, cancelling each other out. But when you are fully present, your consciousness becomes like a laser, focused, coherent, capable of creating waves of manifestation that propagate with surgical precision through the quantum field. Presence is not a passive state of observation. It is the most active and creative state that exists. It is the moment when you become the conscious conductor of the quantum symphony of your reality, choosing which notes to play, which harmonies to create, which music to manifest in the physical world. Stop for a moment now. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the weight of your body in the chair. Listen to the sounds around you. This moment, exactly as it is, contains all the seeds of all possible futures. Your conscious presence now is choosing which seeds to water with your attention. Choose wisely, because in 3 breaths the moment will be another, but the waves you create now will continue to propagate through the holographic ocean, manifesting in your reality in the coming hours, days, weeks. Comment present if you felt the power of this moment of consciousness anchored in the now. The hidden code of synchronicities. Synchronicities are not coincidences. They are coded messages from the quantum field confirming that you are in alignment with a new frequency of reality. Every time you experience a synchronicity, however small, it's the universe winking at you saying, yes, you're on the right track, keep adjusting your frequency. But most people ignore these signs or dismiss them as mere coincidence, missing the quantum breadcrumbs that could guide them directly to the manifestation of their deepest desires. Have you noticed how synchronicities multiply when you are in a state of flow, when you are following your intuition, when you are vibrating in gratitude? This isn't luck. It's the quantum mechanics of consciousness in action. When you raise your vibrational frequency, you begin to access more subtle layers of the universal information field, where the connections between all things become more evident, where the quantum entanglement between your consciousness and the world around you becomes more apparent. Think of that time you thought of someone and minutes later that person called you. Or when you were looking for an answer and a book fell off the shelf, opening to the exact page that contained the information you needed. Or when you repeatedly encountered the same number, the same word, the same symbol in different places throughout the day. These are not random events in a chaotic universe. They are confirmations that your consciousness is actively communicating with the quantum field, and the field is responding. The holographic ocean is constantly sending waves of information in your direction, but you can only decode those that correspond to your current frequency. It's like having a radio that can only pick up stations tuned to its frequency band. When you change your vibration, you change the stations you can access, you change the synchronicities you can perceive, and consequently, you change the opportunities that manifest in your life. Synchronicities are the universe's GPS, guiding you through the labyrinth of infinite possibilities towards the manifestation of your highest intention. But you need to be attentive, you need to be receptive, you need to trust that every synchronicity, however subtle, is an important coordinate on your manifestation journey. For the next 3 days, commit to writing down every synchronicity you notice, no matter how small. You'll be amazed to discover how many messages the universe is constantly sending, just waiting for you to develop the quantum literacy to decode them. Subscribe and activate the bell now so you don't miss the next activation codes for your quantum consciousness. The spiral of reverse manifestation. There's a secret that great manifestors know, and it contradicts everything you've learned about how to create your reality. The most powerful manifestation doesn't happen when you project your intention into the future, but when you act as if you've already received what you desire and are simply allowing the universe to catch up to your new frequency. It's what we call reverse manifestation. You don't create to have, you are to receive. This completely reverses the logical sequence your rational mind has been programmed to follow. The mind says, when I have money, I will feel abundant. Quantum consciousness says, when I feel abundant, money will come. The mind says, when I find love, I will be happy. Quantum consciousness says, when I emanate happiness, love will find me. Have you ever noticed how the most magnetic people aren't necessarily the most beautiful, richest, or most talented, but those who emanate an unwavering certainty of their own worth? They aren't trying to prove anything. They aren't seeking validation. They aren't chasing anything. They simply are, and the world organizes itself around their presence. Think of the holographic ocean again. When you throw a stone into the water, the waves propagate from the center outwards, not from the outside inwards. Your consciousness is the center. External reality is merely the reflection of the waves you are emanating. Trying to change external reality without changing your internal frequency is like trying to change your reflection in a mirror without changing your own expression. The mirror will always be faithful to what is being projected onto it. Reverse manifestation works because it aligns you with the quantum truth that in the unified field, you already possess everything you could desire. The feeling of lack is an illusion created by the linear perception of time and the belief in separation. When you act from completeness, when you emanate gratitude for what you've already received, even before seeing physical evidence, you are operating at the same frequency as the quantum field, where everything already exists in potential, and what is in resonance manifests. It's a law as precise as gravity. Close your eyes now. Imagine you've just received the news that everything you most desire has just manifested in your life. Feel the gratitude flooding your body. Feel the relief, the joy, the peace. Don't force it. Just allow these sensations to arise naturally. Now open your eyes while maintaining that frequency. This is the state from which reverse manifestation operates. You're not pretending. You're accessing a reality that already exists in the quantum field and bringing it into your experience through vibrational resonance. Type gratitude. If you were able to feel, even for a moment, the reality of what you desire already manifested in your energetic field. Now that you understand the fundamental principles of quantum consciousness, I'm going to share the 3-step method to consistently activate this power in your daily life. First step, embrace the totality of the moment. This means fully embracing where you are now, without resistance, without judgment, without needing things to be different. Acceptance is not resignation. It's the recognition that this moment, exactly as it is, contains the perfect seed for the transformation you seek. When you resist what is, you create turbulence in the quantum field, chaotic waves that interfere with your ability to manifest. But when you accept, you create coherence. You align with the natural flow of the universe. For example, if you're facing financial difficulties, instead of resisting and panicking, accept, "This is the perfect starting point for my journey of abundance. This contrast is showing me exactly what I desire to create." Breathe deeply and feel the peace that comes with total acceptance. Second step, extract the hidden gift. Every situation, especially challenging ones, contains a hidden gift, an opportunity for expansion, an activation code for a new level of consciousness. Your task is to find that gift. Ask yourself, how is this situation serving me? What is it trying to teach me? What strength is it trying to awaken within me? When you find the gift, you instantly transmute the energy of the situation. What was an obstacle becomes a stepping stone. What was a curse becomes a blessing. For example, a job loss can be the gift of freedom to reinvent your life. An illness can be the gift of awakening to better care for your physical temple. A relationship ending can be the gift of reconnecting with yourself. The holographic ocean responds not to the situation itself, but to your interpretation of it. When you extract the gift, you change the information you are sending to the quantum field. Third step, redirect focus to the desired frequency. After accepting and extracting the gift, you now have the power to consciously choose which frequency to vibrate at. This is the moment of quantum alchemy. Visualize, but more importantly, feel yourself living in the reality you wish to manifest, not as a future goal, but as a present experience happening on a parallel timeline that you are choosing to access. For example, if you desire abundance, after accepting your current situation and finding the gift in it, spend 5 minutes every morning feeling like the abundant person you already are, on a parallel frequency. How does that person walk? How do they breathe? How do they feel when they wake up? Don't imagine. Embody, be. The quantum field doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. This method isn't just a technique. It's a complete reconfiguration of your reality operating system. Every time you practice these 3 steps, you are literally reprogramming your quantum matrix, instructing the holographic ocean to manifest new islands of experience in your life. Consistency is key. The quantum field responds to coherent repetition as evidence of a new stable configuration of consciousness. You don't manifest what you want, you manifest who you are. This is the fundamental truth that transcends all techniques, all methods, all practices. Your quantum identity, the core frequency of who you believe yourself to be at the deepest level, is the master code that determines everything you can access in the infinite field of possibilities. You can desire abundance, but if deep down you identify as someone who struggles, as someone who doesn't deserve, as someone separate from the source of all prosperity, the universe has no choice but to confirm your identity. The holographic ocean is impartial. It always says yes to who you are being, not to what you're asking for. The journey you began by unlocking your quantum consciousness isn't about adding something new to your life. It's about remembering who you've always been beyond the layers of conditioning, beyond the limiting stories, beyond the collective hypnosis that tells you you are small, limited, separate. You are the ocean pretending to be a drop. You are the infinite experiencing itself as finite. You are the quantum consciousness of the universe looking at itself through your eyes at this very moment. Take one last deep breath. Feel every cell of your body vibrating with the knowledge that you have the power to completely rewrite your reality from this moment. Not tomorrow, not when you are ready. Now. The quantum field is waiting for your instruction. The holographic ocean is ready to respond to your new frequency. The only question that remains is, which reality do you choose to collapse into experience from this moment of infinite power? If this message resonated with you, if you felt something awaken within you, do 3 things now. First, like this video to energetically anchor this moment of awakening. Second, comment with a word that represents the frequency you choose to emanate from now on. It can be abundance, love, freedom, power, any word that represents your new quantum identity. Third, subscribe to the channel and activate all notifications, because this is just the first activation of many to come. The universe is conspiring for your complete awakening, and each video is a new activation code waiting to unlock the next level of your quantum consciousness. Remember, you are not here by chance. You were guided to this message because you are ready, ready to transcend, ready to remember, ready to be the conscious creator of your reality. The holographic ocean is responding to your presence in this moment. The waves of transformation have already begun to propagate. Your only task now is to stay on the frequency of what you have chosen to be and observe, in wonder, as the universe reorganizes all of reality to confirm your new quantum identity. Consciousness is the code. You have just activated yours. Welcome to your new reality.